Hi, everyone. So let's do a reading for the week ahead so we can try to capture the energy that we're about to walk into for the next 7 days. So that's the intention for the reading, is for this to cover the next 7 days from when you're watching this. I'm going to pull an ancestor message to see if there's anything we need to know from our ancestors. These are messages that are channeled before the readings. And also because I continue to sense that our ancestors are protecting us in some way. And then I'd also like to roll a zodiac and planet dice just to see if we can find some of the energies that we're working with and make sure that we're working with them in the correct ways. So let's start with the dice. So we have Mercury in Sagittarius. So the planet of Mercury is all about our communication. It's about our words. It's about the things we think about. It's how we analyze things. Currently, Mercury is retrograde in Pisces. So when Mercury is retrograde in Pisces, there can be a lack of inspiration. There can be a lack of good, clear thinking. But when Mercury is in Sagittarius, which is what we rolled here, this is about spontaneous thinking. This is about thinking in your highest ideals and thinking in a very wise way and communicating in a very wise way. So let's see, we'll put those to the side and we'll continue to consider those as we do the spread. But let's get one ancestor message for us right now. So we have destiny. So I do believe that whatever we're working on in the next 7 days, our ancestors are telling us that it's the work of destiny. So it may be things that are bigger than your own control, things that the universe is in control of right now. There may be big things happening for you this particular week for this next 7-day period. But it may have to do with the way you're communicating or how you're communicating or wise communication that's coming towards you. So there's a lot of different ways we can read this energy. So let's get into the tarot to see if we can get more specifics. I do have 4 tarot decks here, 1 for the general spread and then 3 more to clarify. Okay, so there's the High Priestess, the 4 of Cups, 7 of Pentacles, King of Swords. Underneath, Page of Wands, the Moon, Queen of Cups, Knight of Cups, 8 of Wands. Underneath everything is the Fool. And when I see the Fool underneath everything that we're in the spread, this is really telling me that there's a need to release something, to start over with something. This particular Fool underneath is giving me the impression that perhaps you're trying to control the narrative too much. You're trying to control the outcome too much, which may be why we saw the word destiny here, because it feels like there's a need for you to really let the universe take over in this situation. So the Fool packs lightly. The Fool doesn't really pay attention to where he's taking his next step. The Fool trusts. And so when it's underneath the deck, it is this feeling that there is a need for you to trust more and to release whatever it is that you feel you want to control in this situation for the next week. So if you're having a particular fear this week of losing control or power over something, this is telling me that that might be a false sense of security that you're feeling, and that it would be more empowering for you if you release that and let the universe sort of take over and let destiny take over. But we're still seeing this Mercury here, which means there's a communication involved. And especially when I see that with the Page of Wands, because the Page is a messenger card. So it does feel like there's going to be some kind of communication that comes in, especially early in the week, since it's falling over here in the spread. And the Sagittarius is matching up with the Wands because the Sagittarius is a fire sign and the wands represents the fire element. So the Page of Wands, in other words, can very much represent Mercury in Sagittarius. So we're getting a confirmation, a synchronicity there, that this truly is about some kind of a communication you're going to get towards the beginning of the week that might help you to feel like you can release something more, that might help you to understand your destiny more when it comes to the rest of the week. You're being asked to focus on your intuition because we're getting the High Priestess and the Moon together, and those are both highly intuitive cards. And so it's a lot easier to trust the universe and to trust your path and to trust the guidance when your intuition is open and receptive. There's also a feeling with the High Priestess and the Moon coming in too, is this feeling of comfort and making sure that you are being compassionate towards yourself. There's a very calming energy coming from the High Priestess and the Moon. It's like this feeling of being rocked to sleep in the moonlight. That's the feeling I'm getting. So just this energy of staying relaxed, staying calm so you can receive the messages and not feel like you have to control whatever is going to happen. So it does look like there is a challenge coming through for you this week. Again, it's something that it feels like you're holding on to, but perhaps you're not seeing it correctly. With this Four of Cups, it's getting the feeling that there may be something here that someone is overlooking. Perhaps and with this Queen of Cups in here too, I'm getting the feeling that someone has a lot of love for you, but you may not be seeing the level of love that they have to give for you. And that it almost gives this feeling that whoever this Queen of Cups is for you, this is feeling like a love reading, by the way. But whoever this Queen of Cups is for you, and the gender matters not at all, but it feels almost like you're being chased or pursued. But you with this Four of Cups energy look like you're saying, I don't know if I'm that interested, because perhaps being chased is not making you feel particularly energized, that it's too easy for you perhaps. But there is a challenge here for you to not overlook the person who really just is here, who wants to love you. The general message that's coming through with the Seven of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups, because I do believe the Queen of Cups and the Knight of Cups is the same person, whoever this is for you, a love interest for you, perhaps, or someone who's interested in you, more likely. Whether or not you are interested still remains to be seen, because you're showing up as a King of Swords. But before I jump ahead, it does look like you're looking at this situation like you're not sure if this is going to be the right thing for you, that you feel kind of stuck. You're showing up as the Four of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles, which are both kind of stuck energies, that you're feeling perhaps like this relationship is stable, but perhaps it's not giving you the depth that you might want. Again, we started with Mercury and Sagittarius, which is about wise communication and deep conversations and dreaming of your ideals and speaking your ideals into existence. And the Four of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles are not that at all. Those are more feelings of being bored or not really sure this is going anywhere. This relationship feels like a dead end to me. So it does look like that's going to be your challenge, is really seeing perhaps that this relationship with whoever this is that's really interested in you might be something that's completely in alignment with you, because the Eight of Wands is a card of alignment and being able to move forward because everything is perfectly aligned. But I do see you by the end of the week approaching this in a King of Swords energy, where you don't have any emotions attached to this other than what we saw with the High Priestess and the Moon. So again, you're being asked to really look deep into your intuition and to see that this person who looks like they're pursuing you, but you look like you're a little bit bored with it, that might actually be your person. But I think by the end of the week, you're not convinced. It doesn't mean you'll never be convinced. You're being asked to look at it in a different way. And you're getting messages here that perhaps this person truly is your destiny. But you bringing yourself in here as the King of Swords is really saying that you don't want to attach yourself emotionally to this. And there could be a number of reasons. It's going to be different for all of you why you don't want to attach yourself emotionally to this person. It could be because they've hurt you in the past. It could be because you don't find them interesting. Make it make sense for you and your situation. But there is a deep love that this person is bringing to the table. And the cards are asking you to use your intuition and to maybe understand that this is your destiny. That's what the cards are saying. So there is an opportunity here with the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is always an opportunity, but you may not want to take that opportunity. And that's why it's falling in your challenge position, that you are being asked this week to act on this opportunity that's before you. And without thinking about the outcome, just to take that opportunity, because this Queen of Cups, this Knight of Cups is holding a cup for you. This is the same person. And you're just kind of like, man, I don't know if I want that. So that's the message, saying that maybe just take that opportunity because it's in front of you, because what do you have to lose? But let's get some clarifiers out here too. See if we can get a little bit more about why perhaps you're not really feeling that you're interested at all in this particular offer. And it may be that you, with the Seven of Pentacles, it's giving this feeling that you might feel like this has been somewhat of a failure. It's giving a vibe that you've tried this before and it went nowhere. It was a dead end. But it may be that things are different now, that destiny has, the energy has had time to shift. And it often does when destiny is involved. So with the High Priestess, we have the Eight of Wands again. I picked two there. So let's see. So it's the Nine of Swords and the Eight of Cups. And then the Ace of Swords. So with this High Priestess, what the cards are telling me is that if you use your intuition, you'll be able to see these 8 wands, that this entire situation is aligned for you, that the energy is right now for the two of you. The energy has corrected itself for the two of you to pursue this relationship. You may be thinking about the past when you did walk away, or you did want a new direction, or this situation did put you in anguish because of these 9 swords. But the Ace of Swords is also here, which is telling me that this is the truth. Your intuition is telling you the truth, that this situation is now aligned. In the past, it might not have been, but it is now. So the Four of Cups is being clarified by the Ace of Wands, the Knight of Wands, and the Empress. So this is saying to move this forward. It's saying to act on this opportunity. The Knight of Wands represents Sagittarius. So we're getting the Sagittarius energy again. The Knight of Wands acts very quickly on what they want. And there's an Ace of Wands here too, which is saying to take this opportunity. So this is really repeating what we've already said. There's an opportunity in front of you that you are flat out ignoring right now and saying, I'm not doing that again. But the cards are saying, but the Empress is here saying, but this has so much more room to expand and grow now that your energies are more in alignment. And that this Ace of Wands is giving you the green light. The cards are saying you now have the green light to move this forward, because whatever happened in the past is no longer. And I think that's what this Fool card was saying too, to go ahead and trust, to take that leap, and don't feel the need to control the situation, because things are different now and destiny is in control. So clarifying the Seven of Pentacles is the Moon again. So we're seeing this need for you to really kind of face your fears in this situation. Then we have the Ten of Wands and the Three of Swords. And that's what I was picking up before, which I think is why you're showing up as the King of Swords, because I think this person has broken your heart in the past. And that's why you're thinking this is a dead end. This is going nowhere. And that these 10 wands are saying that was too much of a burden for me. I couldn't handle that relationship, and I'm not going to put myself through that again. But the Moon showed up here again, and the Moon card showing up here is telling you to face your fears, because destiny is at play and it's time to trust the universe. The universe is putting this person back in front of you because you're back in alignment, or maybe you were never in alignment, but you are now. It's this feeling that the time wasn't right for the two of you, but the time is right now. But what you need to do is listen to your intuition, and your intuition is probably telling you that this person can be different this time, but you're worried about getting your heart broken. So you're protecting your heart as the King of Swords and saying, I'm not putting my heart in there because last time I put my heart in there, it ended up with 3 swords in it. So the King of Swords is being clarified by the Page of Cups, the 4 of Cups again, there's that 4 of Cups again, and the Death card. There is our confirmation with the Death card that this situation has completely transformed. The Death card tells me that your relationship has gone through an irreversible transformation. It will never go back to what it was when you had 3 swords in your heart. Now this person understands the assignment. They understand now what they did wrong. They are now in perfect alignment with you with these 8 wands. And this 4 of Cups is here again saying the opportunity is still there. The opportunity is right in front of you. So take that opportunity. And with the Page of Cups here, there's another message coming through here, which doesn't surprise me. We have 2 pages now. We have the Page of Wands and the Page of Cups. The pages are about messages, and so is Mercury, and we rolled Mercury right away. So we see this whole interpretation here of messages. I think this is your person, this Queen of Cups, Knight of Cups person who wants to come back with a serious apology and a serious offer that you'll be able to start this new destined path with as the Fool. And you can release the control that you want to have over the situation because you want to protect your heart and understand that you don't have to necessarily trust this person. You just have to trust the universe, that the universe knows this is right for you and you are protected. And I said when we first sat down that it feels like our ancestors are protecting us. And I think they're protecting you in this situation to make sure that you don't get hurt again. Because if you listen to your intuition and you listen to the universe, you will always be protected on your path. You won't get hurt again. They would never guide you down a path just to get 3 swords in your heart again. So let's close this out. I would like to draw one oracle card to see if we can wrap this up. So we have commitment. Marriage promises fidelity. So again, this is further confirmation that this could be your destined person, the person you marry, the person you make your promises with, your vows with, total loyalty. I can't help but notice the word fidelity here. So if there were some things in the past that were a little bit shady with your person, this is saying you are in alignment now and the time is now. So there you go. So please let me know how this was resonant for you, and we will do this again sometime. Thanks, everybody. Bye.